Well, okay, so let's keep going. Just uh after that, just I want to talk about some words like if you want to use some words like elasticity, that is really important. First, be sure that is not out of context. Then don't say and don't use the word without development, without explanation, because you are using something. You need to maybe show that I didn't just, memorize something and I want to use this. So it's really important. And if you have it, it's better to just, add a synonym or something like this, or maybe explanation to make it more clear and better. And that is really important. So, how to use and in what context you use it. It's good, understandable. Oh, what happened? Okay, well, go. The next question for you. Okay, let's keep going with the next part three. I want to ask you some questions in part three. The first question, how has fast food affected people's health in your country?
Well, the junk food is has some it has some the junk food affect negatively on my on on Vietnamese inhabitants uh like takes such as they the rate increase the rate of um cause the cardiovascular disease for people, and they increase the rate of the risk of um having obesity, yeah. And is and the junk food also the fast food also affect also have a negative effect on the environment because um the restaurant have to use a lot of oil, yeah, and they need to cook a lot of chicken in the hot boil, yeah. So and this and these gases will affect negatively to the ozone layer. The yeah.
Well, okay. Well, so let's see. Let's talk about your answer. Just the pronunciation of some words so needs to be just a B city. So that is letter B. So sound B a little bit. So you need to be careful when, of course, it's clear, so understandable, but a little bit. Well, so about first avoid repeating some words. Of course, using filler is good, but overuse maybe make your answer confusing. So it's better not to just overuse fillers. So unhealthy food, so particularly fast food. Okay, now you can set processed, yeah, processed and fast food. So we have two words here like okay. Okay, and fast food, or for example, junk food. So whatever you want. Okay. So you said that it is some maybe it affect negatively uh, on Vietnamese inhabitants, right? I heard,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, good. Well, inhabitant. So some good, yes. affect negatively, this grammar is correct, but as you know, it's not a strong grammar. Yeah. Like, incorrect verb use, preposition. So you should say it has a negative impact on the health of. So this one, if you want to fix it, a better structure, why not? Negatively here, maybe you can say it has a negative impact, or it has had, for example, impact on, for example, the health of Vietnamese people. Now your structure is clear, is better, okay? Of course, as I told you, there was no problem with, for example, the word inhabitants, or, for example, the way that you used. But this verb is not correct here. Affect negatively, no. Here is not good, and preposition maybe it's better to be changed. And of course, you said increase the rate of, it's good.
The risk,
Cardio, yeah, of course. Sorry.
the risk.
The risk. I heard the rate. Sorry.
Yeah, well,
So
firstly, I say the rate, but I I
actually,
thought
there is
again.
no problem with risk or rate. Is both are okay. Actually, rate is better, even better. Okay, but the problem is here. So as I told you, so it's okay. A little bit, maybe it could be more natural, and maybe, I don't know, just cardio disease. So it's okay. Awkward, it's okay. So you can say just instead of increase, contribute is better. So if you want to make it, as I told you, more natural and academic, so uh, it can contribute to the higher rate of, so it, I don't know, maybe contribute, or it can to higher rates of cardiovascular, okay, disease. This one is better. Okay, contribute is better verb here because partly good, natural good, partly maybe increase is not really good one. I don't like it. And environmental impact. So in, it was not really clear. I didn't maybe you mean greenhouse or harmful emissions, something like this.
Yes. Oil, oil is
Or
oil, oil, oil. Like
well,
you
oh,
know, it is disposal, but
yeah.
disposable. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's disposable in the water. Yeah, the water. So and there's some enterprises they like they
Cooking oil, you mean
throw.
cooking oil? Because when you say oil, is so general, you can't use it. You need to say human because you are talking about food. So human cooking oil, this one is, it should be.
Yeah.
And of course, I do agree. So it's like, it, yeah, it has some environmental consequences, maybe negative consequences. So, environmental consequences. Yeah, it means it
Yeah.
affects
Say
on the environment. Yeah, so it has some negative environmental consequences. And of course, pollution, climate change. So you can use different thing. Okay, so you can add it. So unhealthy food, particularly processed food and fast food. So you can now make it more specific, like unhealthy foods, particularly processed and fast food. Okay. Now you
yeah.
want to say they have really big impact, harmful effect. So harmful is good, but here you can also, I remember that I gave you this word, detrimental impact, harmful effect. So you can use. So they have a detrimental impact on the health of Vietnamese people. Of course, these foods or they contribute to, for example, to increase to higher rates of cardiovascular disease and obesity due to their high level of unhealthy fats. So obesity is good. And why? Due to high level of unhealthy fat. So because of this, and you can use it pluralish better. Okay, this way you can make it more. And as for example, as you said, many restaurants actually use large amounts of cooking oil to prepare like fried food. So releasing harmful emissions into atmosphere. So they are releasing harmful emissions into the atmosphere. So, of course, which have like, negative, like, I don't know, some consequences or contribute to climate change like this. Okay. Well, and the next question, let's see. The next question, do you think traditional food is important for culture? Why?
Um, your question, uh, like the can you read the question again? Like,
Of course, of course. Do you think traditional food or cuisine is important for culture? Why?
yeah, I believe that the traditional cuisine, uh, is a key zone. Oh no, is
Can you hear me? Hello? Uh, your screen is freezing. What happened? Hello?
okay.
Okay.
Well, I believe that the traditional cuisine plays the paramount role in in the culture, because they will because it's offer because it allow us to develop the profile inside into the national culture. Yeah, the coach and yeah, and have a deep understanding of um um like ancestors, and deep understanding of ancient history and ancestor history and ancestor taste. Um, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I'm sorry. Yeah, are you? Because I can't see you. Your picture's just screen is freezing, so I couldn't get if you want to continue or it's not. So let me ask you, continue.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, very good. You answer good, very good. Maybe we can just, there's still room to upgrade. So let's see what. Okay, just let me say something. Traditional cuisine. Yes, I believe. Just you need to first let me talk about something that is really important because as I told you, your accent, of course, there is no problem. So for us especially, so we have nothing. But in general, so your accent is more of British, But you need to decide whether you want to speak American or British. So you're combining these two, like, two different accents. Of course, I remember that you told me because of, because you've learned English by just a British teacher with British accent. So you learned, and that is perfect. That is perfect. But, because be careful. So you are talking just, sometimes American, partly British, little, maybe you need to focus on the use of one of them. But of course, perfect. And I like it. So as I told you. Well, you said that it plays a paramount role in the culture. Yeah, paramount.
Yeah.
So good. Okay, well, but it's if you mean really, if you want to use something, I don't know, idiomatic, of course, paramount is good. It's good. Okay, but maybe you can change it. But of course, it's like your choice, but because it was good. And especially preserving, like, for example, keep tradition, you said, and culture, like, alive. So you can say to
Yeah.
preserve, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Sorry. So I got, yeah, I thought that okay. So you said because it allows us to develop, okay, our insight into the national culture. Just I'm right, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, like I don't know, maybe a little better. So to change a little bit, okay, deep insight. So if I were you, I would say I would make my answer this way. So I firmly believe that traditional cuisine or culture, or for example, food culture, plays a pivotal role in preserving our national culture as it allows us know it provide us with a deep understanding, profound understanding of our ancestors' history and of course custom. And just through engaging cuisine, we gain valuable insight into the cultural heritage that actually can shape our identity and keep our traditions alive. So let me give you some words that I use. For example, uh, just let me erase this one. Yeah. Paramount. It's better to be changed, okay? And use this pivotal role because it's better. It's idiomatic, perfect, so you can use it. In what? In preserving our national culture as it provide us with a profound understanding of our ancestors' culture, for example. So, And uh, through a cuisine, for example, delicious or what you use. So actually, we gain valuable if you want to use insight into the cultural like heritage that shapes our identity. And of course, keep our traditions alive. Keep our traditions alive. Yeah, this one is better. Well, yeah, this one is better. So it's more natural, maybe. Uh, it's like maintain customs for future generation and just now the only thing I want to talk about fillers. I want to give you some tips because you know that you can easily use fillers, but not too much. So if you feel like that I'm not sure about my answer, so just give a short pause, but don't overuse fillers. That is really important because it affects if you use. And try to use natural collocations. I will give you some more collocations. Of course, every session, like for example, when you say pivotal role, oh, what happened again? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so some natural collocation, as you can see, I use like pivotal role or profound understanding or like cultural heritage. So collocations are, we can say, just score boosters. So they're really good and it's better to learn and use them. And of course,
Mm.
they make your speech more natural. And as I told you, if you want to use filler, there are some like informal fillers. For example, you finish your answer with okay, like for example, I think sometimes you say I think, or for example, that's it, or like this, okay? Your answer is perfect, but this part maybe, yeah, fact is not good, so it's better not to. And justice, nothing else. Justice, but totally, you know that. Again, I'm repeating that you are really good at speaking, so you know it. Just, I'm trying, and let me say, I'm trying to boost your score of band 9. So these answers are band 9 answers. So if you don't know them, that is not your problem. So it doesn't mean that you have, I don't know, you don't have enough information. You do, definitely do. You do have, but this is band 9. Band 9 is totally different. So like maybe the words and phrases that we normally, I don't know, we don't use in daily or normal conversation, but we need to. So, just this. Do you have any questions that you want to add? Or
No.
okay, well, that's it. And I will send you part two, a question part two. I want just, you just think about it. The next time we would talk, I want you to make your answer. And if you have time, of course, yeah, now you have a lot of free time. Okay, send me your answer. Yeah, there is no, okay, send me. So I can correct it for you. Just think about it and try to make your answer. And I will correct it for you. Let's see. And no problem if you want to use, for example, samples or if you need my help, you can ask. So no problem at all. Just write your own, okay?
Yeah.
Well, just this and that's it. So thank you for being perfect, like always, and have a great time and see you next week.
See you.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.